have a recipe that I want to make? How do I make that work in my macros? And it was always such a complicated thing when it came to tracking. So it made it hard for our clients who, especially those who love macros and calories, to stay on track with their goals. Now, I like to teach that you have to create systems when it comes to your eating, and things need to be easy. Things need to be quick. Things need to be so you guys can grab and go because you're busy running your household, raising the kids, and doing all these things. And one of the things that I love about this approach that I have found with our clients is that it gives them the ability to have variety. It gives them the ability to be able to step up and add flavor to their foods. They're not eating the same darn thing every single day if they don't want to, and they're learning how to enjoy food along the way. Guys, this is the way of the future of eating, of dieting, when you want real results, because this mirrors exactly what you do in the real world. The reason why people continue to fail time and again when it comes to dieting is because you're trying to learn tricks and tips and all these things that don't mirror anything that you do in regular life. Now, this is a demo on our side because we can't show you the proprietary, stuff for MyFitnessPal. I don't have access to that because it's a premium feature, but it looks exactly kind of almost like this, where we have options for folks to be able to choose what they want on their meal plan, how many servings. A lot of this for my clients, I'm actually assigning to them, and then they get to pick and choose and drag and drop what days it appears on their plan. We have the clients drag and drop things, so you can literally set up your meal plan the way that you want it to be. And the reason why I love this approach, now I was so opposed to this. I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I was talking to the developers about this. I just hated it because I was so used to just doing the skeleton plan. Tell someone, hey, you're going to have this amount of food. You're going to have a cup of this. You're going to measure this. But the thing is that what I found is my clients were adding stuff to the darn meal plan. If I tell you to have 4 ounces of chicken, a cup of rice, a cup of vegetables, how are you going to make that chicken? You're going to add salt, pepper. You're going to add, some of y'all going to add some butter. Some of y'all going to add some oil. Some of y'all going to do this. You're going to make sure you're already cooking this way. So I found it to be so much easier when we factor everything in. Everything that you would put into the meal. And now we have a way of putting together things that you actually like to eat and allowing the clients at this level to drag and drop things that allows them to add the variety that they want for their own programs. This is just a very important and what I thought just a really useful way of approaching meal planning that you all should definitely get hip to. So I want to go ahead on for a moment and I showed you a little demo of that. I want to get into though, how do you make this work for you? Because at the end of the day, I want the rest of this conversation, now that I showed you that, to be about food prep, meal prep, the practical tips that nobody's really showing you. So now you know you have to follow a meal plan. So now, how do you make that happen? How do you make it work? Here's what you got to do. No matter how you choose to eat, whether you're doing a skeleton plan, whether you're doing one of these kind of recipe-based plans, I want you to approach your meal prep with a new mindset. And I want you to approach it by way of thinking like a restaurant. Now, the way that restaurants prepare food, and you got to think, a restaurant has a menu, and they have the same menu that they follow day in, day out, with the exception of specials, right? People come in, they're going to order, X amount of people are going to order whatever dish they have. And restaurants don't have the time to waste money. They don't have the time to waste food either. So you've got to think about that in the same way. And we're going to talk about how to shop properly as well for your groceries to make sure you have no food waste. But restaurants don't start from scratch for every order. Neither should you. This is about mindset. So restaurant kitchens prepare ahead. Their meats are already measured out, chopped up, whatever, marinated and ready to go. Veggies are chopped up and stored. Any sauces that they might have or use, that's already concocted and it's set aside, ready to go. You need to bring that same kind of energy into your kitchen. You need to think of yourself as the chef. Your body is the guest, all right? And the efficiency that you're creating is key to staying on plan. You are busy. Let's go ahead and just put that out there. All of you who are watching my channel, I know you have a career, you've got businesses you're running, you got households you're running, you got kids, you got spouses, you've got responsibilities. And that's not even the hobbies or the other things you might be involved in, ministries, who knows, whatever it is that you do, there's so little time. So why spend time doing the things that will frustrate you when it comes to your diet? Because most of you, the biggest excuse as to why you can't eat right is you don't have the time. I hear it all the time. I'm going to keep saying the word time here. I hear it all the time. I don't have time to cook, Roxy. I don't have time to eat healthy. It's expensive. All of these excuses. But if you learn how to approach things in a more systemic way, it's going to change the game for you. So when you go grocery shopping, and I'm going to show you a clip of this in a minute, how I prep this in my own kitchen, because listen, your girl can't be out here telling you what to do and I'm not doing it. I am client zero, okay? I'm patient zero. I'm going to show you in a moment how I do this with meats. I'm going to show you how you can best, store your vegetables, how to best pick out your fruits and stuff like that, because they all go bad, right? This method is going to change. So the first step we got to do is think like a restaurant and start to pre-prep your foods ahead of time. Big game changer.